Joining me now is Stephen Filler, who is UK Country Manager for ShowHeroes Group. Now, that ShowHeroes is a video content and technology business. Contextual ads is kind of emerging as a possible alternative in a cookieless world. So why is that?
Well, I think first of all, it's worth saying that it's not new. We've been doing this for 8 years. So cookieless, contextual to power content recommendations for publishers, but also advertising. And with the impending death of the cookie, most agencies and advertisers have been planning for this for the last 3-4 years. So we're doing it, it's happening. And it is a scalable alternative for brands who have been maybe over-reliant on using the cookie in the past. But really, the benefits are being able to put relevant advertising in relevant places with the context being the proxy for being able to reach the right audience, but not necessarily having to go one-to-one targeting, be able to target different cohorts or segments of users with relevant advertising.
Well, it's a big task though, isn't it? Because if you're a big brand and you're also dealing with this sort of death of the cookie, as we call it, how are companies like yourselves getting the message across that contextual is the way to go?
I mean, I don't feel like contextual ever really went away. That's why people use publishers. You advertise on a publisher because you want your advert to be in the right place. There's a lot of successful media that isn't using the cookie. We've just got kind of in the digital space, we've got hooked on the cookie for the last 10, 15 years. But I think advertisers understand that they want their advertising to be in relevant environments to reach the right audience. So it's not a massive leap to be able to talk to them about how contextual targeting is the way to make sure your ad's in the right place.
Now, you just had an announcement quite recently of the arrival of a new platform called Max. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah. So Max is a revamp and relaunch of our publisher platform. So a platform where publishers can manage all of the content that they want to take from ShowHeroes in our player. They can control settings in terms of demand partners they want to utilize, as well as getting insights on how that content and revenue is performing across their websites and channels.
You said it was a relaunch. Was there something new added to it? How have you repackaged it?
I guess in the past, there's been a number of different component parts. It's kind of bringing all of that together, but then really, I suppose, the sort of supercharging the level of insight and control that the publisher really has to be able to put them in control of their video strategy for their site.
One of the other big themes here this week at Cannes, of course, is artificial intelligence. How is ShowHeroes using that?
Yeah, I think everyone's super interested / slightly concerned. At ShowHeroes, AI has always kind of been the driving power behind our semantic contextual tech. So it's always been something we've used from a technology perspective. But actually, we've been using it a lot more to help us to research and script new content ideas and also to try and understand what topics are hot and what topics are going to be hot. So we're making the right content for our publisher partners in the future. So we've seen a lot of benefit as well as the concerns that some people have.
And you may not know the answer to this, but how is deploying that sort of AI in the workplace being regarded by your teams? I mean, one of the biggest fears about AI is that, I'm going to lose my job, I'm going to be replaced.
Yeah. So, we set up a kind of AI task force with people from all around the business. So people from the advertising area, from management, from content, from creative. And I think actually we've all kind of found the answers ourselves, and they tend to be the same answer no matter where you work, which is that AI is a great support technology that is kind of that can be there to help you be better at your job, but definitely the human aspect is still so important, and so I think we're just using it as a way to upskill teams to be more efficient, to be more effective, and use those insights. But we're still seeing the human input is still a vital part of using AI successfully.
So we'll still have jobs. So we're here in Cannes. I mean, we have just moved inside because a mini storm's just kind of sprung up, surprising us all here today. What other trends are you seeing from the conversations you're having from people here in Cannes this week?
I think so. The cookieless topic has definitely still probably been more prominent than I expected, actually. And to your kind of first question is, what should brands be doing to kind of future-proof their business? Naturally, measurement is then kind of a key part of that. So how do you measure brand advertising effectively? Whether that's using attention, brand uplift studies, or actually the reality is doing both of those together is the answer. Definitely kind of seeing or hearing a lot of conversations about sustainability, and there's been some interesting kind of recent announcements about kind of helping to standardize that part of the industry so we can all sort of scale, being able to work with different partners but knowing kind of everyone's working to the same kind of standards. But I'm on day 2, so it's early.
Yeah, okay, so we've still got some days to go before the end of the week, so a lot may change. Just finally, you're a UK country manager for ShowHeroes, of course, a global company. Is there a difference, or how different are the conversations with clients in the UK versus clients worldwide, say in the US, for example?
Yeah. I mean, we're lucky in the UK in that there's a lot of international business hubbed out of London. So actually a lot of our advertising partners are managing campaigns across multiple territories. So we get some of that insight firsthand, or at least some insight into the strategies and the plans that those big brands are deploying. It is still definitely the case that the US is always kind of just maybe one step further more advanced than the UK and Europe in terms of the requirements from publishers, the sophistication or expectations of ad tech partners. So it's important to have that presence because we know that all of those kind of developments will be hitting the UK and European markets soon after. But I think the conversations are broadly the same challenges that we're all facing.